Yes, indeed. So what is going on? What is up, beauties? What is up, Trollarch staff? Now, if you recognize that, ladies and gentlemen, that is from Minnesota Burns. The streamer back in the day used to stream Call of Duty, and me being the fat, lonely kid that I was in 6th grade, just would spam his videos because I actually was grounded from the PlayStation because my grades were slipping. So what I did instead was just fucking video farmed it on YouTube. So yeah, Minnesota Burns, that's the way he would open every single video. If you're listening, Minnesota Burns, you changed my life for the worse. So we're back, and Zach's got a hell of a story for us. I don't know if it's a story, but he had a busy week, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to tell us about it, and we're going to react live on air. So here we go. Zach, take it away.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know if you need to react to a lot. I wanted to be selfish and talk about myself, mostly because this was like it was a wild week, but it was a cool week, and I feel like I learned some interesting philosophical things about myself and about life and about what it means to be a 35-year-old man. Um, so so I'll start at the beginning. Uh, and Rick will feel free to put your input on this one because it starts with the Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic 3 in Aberdeen, South Dakota. Um,
I was there.
which is a Yeah, so Rick was there. Thanks for the input, Rick.
Welcome.
How's the weather out there, Ollie? Just it's raining sideways.
It's raining sideways.
Everybody looks like ants. Thanks, Ollie. So yes, it was in Aberdeen, South Dakota, the bustling metropolis of Aberdeen. But it was my most recent powerlifting meet. That was July 19th. We're recording this 10 days after, on the 28th, 9 days after. So it started there. I went into that meet, and I'm going to give the cliff notes. We don't got to go lift by lift or anything like that. Went into the meet feeling pretty nervous, actually. The end of my prep got ugly. Part of it due to getting whatever the fuck we all got from that Tough Mudder. That did not help. I think I lost like 5 or 6 pounds of body weight and was sick for like 2 weeks. Even like on the day of the meet, I was still like coughing. Like I don't know. That cough stuck around for way too long. Like even though I felt fine, still had a cough going on. But it was a ton of fun. So we had Rick and his beautiful bride out there, or as I called her, my girl fella. You know, Rick was my big fella, and she was my girl fella because I didn't know the girl version of fella. So she was my girl fella that weekend. Had a couple other friends come out. My dad, who is a lunatic, drove the 5 hours out, watched me lift, and immediately turned back around and drove the 5 hours home. So that was wild.
You told him there that there was a live stream.
Well, I mean, he committed to coming out a long time, like way before that, but I expected him to stay out, right? Like I expected him to like go, because I was like, we went out for drinks that night stuff, and I expected him, to at least be able to come out for a few beers or something. But
Yeah.
It was, I hopped off the platform. I was literally walking over to wash chalk off my hands in the bathroom. And he's like, "Hey man, change of plans. I'm gonna leave." I'm like, "Right now? Like there's stuff that's gonna happen." And he said, "Yep, we're dipping out. We're doing the 5 hour drive home." But he's a lunatic. He's always been able to drive. Like we used to take trips out to Idaho when I was a kid. I have family out there, and it's 22 to 24-ish hour drive, and he would just do it straight through, fueled by nothing, but apparently like just staring God in the face and Mountain Dew. He wouldn't even drink coffee. It was just Mountain Dew. Energy drinks didn't exist. Whatever.
Woof.
So he did that. Really good time. Most successful lift of my career. PRs across the board. Well, PRs on my squat, PR on my deadlift, PR on my total, and my first ever medal. And so doing that like in front of people, I guess like the little I don't know, philosophical, like interesting thing I gained out of this one, like this little piece was this whole prep. And going to this meet, I had so many people, obviously including the people that made the trip all the fucking way to South Dakota. You know, I had so many people supporting me for no other reason than they support me doing cool shit, right? They might not even be fans of the sport of powerlifting. They might not really understand what I'm doing or why I'm doing it or why I'm trying to haul this weight around, but they just supported me for me. And that went, there were people in the gym, just people that I see, because I go at the same time, were wishing me good luck, watching me lift in the gym, like literally pausing to watch me do a set of squats or a set of deadlifts, right? Like just, stopping everything and being like, we're here for this guy. I got a ton of text messages that day or the day before. In the days afterwards, I got a ton of text messages. There were a bunch of people watching the live stream at home because I had posted the link. And I had a ton of people watching the live stream and kind of texting along, like, oh shit, I just saw that, like, good lift, dude, type of shit. Um, Insane. And so that was humbling. Like it was emotional to, like, it's not that people haven't supported me doing things before, but this was just the biggest moment of it. And it was just made very clear that, like, I have some good fucking people around me, and I don't know what I did to, like, earn these people, but I don't think that, like, I don't know, like, for everyone to be so excited about such an imperfect being as myself was incredible. So very emotional weekend. Um, no one else that went is going to listen to this, but thank you for coming out or for watching or for texting me. Um, Rick, thank you for letting me beat you in mini golf because someone had to. Or wait, no, yeah, Brittany won, right? Brittany
Yeah.
won, and I took
Yeah.
second, and I was able to beat you,
Yeah. I
despite
understood the
Mister,
assignment.
yeah, fucking Mister Bank Shot over here, goddamn hole in one, fucking bullshit. Um, so yeah, no, made an incredible weekend. There, I then if you want the full recap, go to Open Powerlifting and look up my name that you don't know. Shout out to the Massonomics podcast for putting that one on, lifting podcast, if anyone gives a shit. So then I come home from Aberdeen. I don't manage to get sick, even though I was worried that I was just going to, like, reignite the sickness. And so I get home and I don't even honestly feel that sore. So I'm back in the gym on, like, Tuesday lifting, felt great. Wednesday, another event. Went out to a show with a good buddy. Went out with Donnie, guitar player from the band, good friend of however long. And it was good. It was good to see him. He doesn't leave the house much because he's got 952 kids. Because he could not pull out of a driveway. Donnie, if you listen to this, I just get your shit fixed, my guy. I love you to death, but holy shit. Um, so yeah, went out to a show with him, which was great. It's good to go out to a show, hang out. Saw the band Blood Incantation, if anyone cares. Fantastic, fantastic show. Um, Except the Varsity Theater's got to figure out their beer prices. Like, after the tip, it was like $13 for a beer for
Jeez.
like a Northeast, like a 16-ounce Northeast. Fucking bonkers. But you got to tip your bartenders. If anyone leaves here with anything from me, tip your bartenders. Um, Went to that. The next day was my birthday, my actual 35th day of birth. I am now halfway through this thing we call life, mathematically speaking. I will now be having a midlife crisis. Um, that was fun. My beautiful wife and I went out to dinner, uh, but not until I got to dust her ass in go karts. So, to her credit, we did 3 runs. We did 3 runs in these go karts, and they're like the fast ones, right? Like, they're indoor karts, but they're fast as shit on a smaller track. And um, the first time around, I absolutely fucking dusted her. The second time around, she got a little bit faster, so, like, I had to work for it a little bit more, but I could still get by her pretty easily. And then the third time, it was just her and I out there because it's a Thursday afternoon, right?
Yeah.
And we were out, so we're the only ones there. And man, it started to get harder to get by her. So, to her credit, I had to work for it. Um, but yeah, so that was a blast. Again, I don't know, birthday stuff for me, I don't get excited about my birthday too much anymore. But riding the high, of the Lift Hard, Live Easy again, kind of all the happy birthday shit was pretty cool. Um, and then by this point too, I had shared I was the cover athlete for an article in a local newspaper, which is the peak of my fame. So I was really excited about that. It was just cool to see because I just found it organically. And then I think a couple people sent it to me. Like I think Brittany actually found it and was like, "Hey, like, did you see this?" So that was pretty cool. It's just cool. It's just fun. Um, and then it was this last weekend, which is why my voice sounds a little shitty, was a hometown show in the Keller Bar with my band. Shout out Timber River, um, which was bonkers. It was super cool. It was supposed to be upstairs in the main room at the red carpet in St. Cloud. Got bumped down to the Keller Bar, which I was totally cool with because that was where, like, dude, I mean, Rick and I used to haunt that place. I was
Yeah.
there all the time. We played there a bunch of times, us together. And I don't know, those were some of my favorite shows of the
Yeah.
Chaostrophe days. I don't know about you, but like
No,
those
I
ones
would
went
agree.
hard, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are always a blast.
It's just a good vibe there.
Yeah.
It's a really good vibe there.
Has the
And like
Keller
it's
Bar
so
changed
show.
much?
No, not
It's exactly the
not
same.
a bit. Exactly the same. The like they at some point extended the stage out, and got like the slightly better PA system. That's the
Okay.
last update, dude. That's it. The floor is still the same floor. My shoes stick to it. The booths are all the same. The everything, dude. It's all the same. All the beer taps, all behind the bar, the whole thing. Um, so that was a blast. Um, yeah. I went up into one of the different bars to get my drinks because I got me out of the noise a little bit, so I could take a little break, grab a beer. The bartender up there was awesome. She was fun to talk to. The crew that was in that bar, like dude, I was like meeting people left and right and shaking hands with people I've never met before and all this shit, like just having a fucking blast. Stayed up till 4:30 in the morning on Sunday morning.
Shit.
Dude, I don't know how I did it. I What happened was, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but I feel like you probably have. I hit this Goldilocks drunk, right? So I was hammering back beers, and I don't know what happened, but like I was hammering beers, and I even took like a couple shots of tequila and some other fancy shot. The bartender made me a pineapple upside down cake shot. Have you ever fucking heard of these things? Okay, it was delicious. I don't know. It was so fucking good. She was like, "We doing shots yet?" Because it was after my set. She's like, "We're doing shots yet?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't know." And there's a few of us up there. She's like, "I make these shots," and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" She's like, "I don't know. It's got some. It's really good. It's got all this stuff in it." I'm like, "Fuck it, let's go." I'm like, I bought Donnie's. I was like, "I'll buy his." Whatever. Let's go. And did that. It was delicious. So recommend. You heard it here first on the White Noise podcast. They're delicious. Um, but I hit a Goldilocks where like I kept drinking alcohol and I kept getting more and more like stupid and fun loving and huggy, which is what I kind of want to do. Um, and then I experienced though none of the negative effects of alcohol. So I wasn't like getting dizzy or spinny or slurring my speech. My brain wasn't even like clouding up that bad. Like I could tell I was not thinking quite as good, but it wasn't like complete fucking brownout shutdown Windows fucking doo. Like none of that was going on. And even when I laid down to go to sleep, no spins, no whatever. It was hit pillow, fall asleep, done, game over, no nothing. But I paid for it the next day, and I think I'm still kind of paying for it because holy shit, you're not supposed to do that after probably 25. Just don't.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that was cool. But um, and then today, started my new job, which we were going to talk about, and then I got promptly told to shut the fuck up. But I am becoming a carpet walker, and I guess the short part, um, the one thing I experienced today that I found was interesting is I've been in production warehouse for I don't know 10 years or so, call it, and so this is my first office job back, right? And I'm doing this orientation with like shop people. They just kind of put everyone together and do it all the same, right? And it was weird because we go out into the shop area to take like a little tour of this place, and I'm like walking around, And like, I really like the shop place. I'm like, yeah, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, God, it'd be kind of cool to work in here, like, whatever, whatever. And then it hit me that, like, this isn't for me. Normally, this is for me, right? Normally, this tour is like for me because I'm going to be out here. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm not going to be out here for the first time in like 10 years. Like, I don't have to worry about making sure I keep my PPE on, all the safety trainings about like, cleaning up oil and all this shit. Like, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about lockout, tag out, and dodging forklifts and all this shit that I've had to worry about for a decade or more. And so that was kind of a weird hit, but this is the career move that I've decided to make. So like, for better or worse, here I am. Um, but yeah, exciting. And I guess to put a big bow on it, which, if you want to expand, I will elaborate on anything. But to put a bow on it, my thought that I kind of had was like, it feels like the world is burning around us, right? And we talk about it a lot on the podcast because that's kind of what we are wont to do, I guess. But I just kind of realized like this whole week, because I had the time to just focus on all these like cool things I was doing because I didn't have a job for this. This week was my last week without a job until now. And even though the world feels like it's burning, I think it's important to like focus on the beautiful things, even though it kind of feels stupid and selfish, right? Because it feels dumb to worry about, oh, am I going to squat a little bit more than I squatted last time when like there's people starving and dying and we have concentration camps being built with FEMA funds. But that's what keeps us all kind of human, right? Like playing a show and getting hammered and all that with my friends seems stupid when there's starving people in the streets. But that experience of creating art, and sometimes that art is being angry at the world as it is, like that gives us our sense of humanity, and I think centers us around what we're all fighting for. Whereas if you just become angry and narcissistic about it, or not narcissistic, but nihilistic about everything, and just go, who the fuck cares, right? Why would I learn to play guitar? Who the fuck cares? There's kids dying in Gaza, like, or whatever it is. It's like making that art and doing the beautiful things and having those people around you, like I've been like incredibly fortunate to realize that I have a circle like that around me. Um, it gives you a new understanding of like why you need to keep fighting, so like I think that it gives you something that when you want to just fucking quit and throw in the towel and say, well, fuck it anyway, this place is fucked. It gives you a second to be like, okay, but if I don't keep fighting, other people don't get to have this and this might be taken away from me. um yeah, so kind of all of that experience of the week to kind of just, that's the, like, the I drew that big lesson from it, um, which I thought was kind of it's a cool moment that I didn't think I would have at this point in my life. Kind of thought I was just done learning big life lessons, but this one did it, man. This one did it to me. I got real emotional a few times like during the week, and it's honestly, especially like in Aberdeen, I was fighting for my life a few moments out there, just trying to be like, dude, all these fucking people are here for me. Like, why did you do? These people are texting me. They're watching me on the internet. Like, why? Like, who the fuck am I? Um, yeah. So I hope everyone gets those moments, though. Honestly, like, and if you don't make them,
Yeah.
go learn to play guitar, learn to garden, whatever,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Those
Well,
give you something to fight for.
yeah. Well, I first of all, yeah, dude, that's awesome. It's a great to, like you said, to put a bow on everything. You got to kind of go out and have some fun, drink a little bit. But first of all, congratulations on the lift and everything, on all those PRs. I know we even put you through the ringer, like you said, when you got sick. But even the Tough Mudder thing, like you had to do that, and then you still perform really well. So that's awesome. And on the front of like people wishing you well and all that thing, I mean, I think it's not surprising to me that you had a lot of support there, just based on the fact that, you are a genuine nice guy, and you, you've been nothing but consistent, in that. So that's a giant, I guess the world saying, we appreciate you for being you also at the same time. So yeah, they showed up for you because you've probably been showing up for everybody else too. So
I try.
Congratulations. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I do my best. I don't know. Yeah. I think I don't know. And maybe it's just me. Um, I just think I've kind of been a shitty person, and maybe this is just maybe I've turned a corner that I haven't given myself enough credit for. Yeah, I think there's a version of Zach that people wouldn't like as much that has existed in the past.
sure, yeah.
But
You know what? If we have, if this is a podcast that we don't want to release, I'm sure we all have stories like that. So
yeah,
yeah,
you're probably not wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
So but that's I mean, we could talk about that for a second too. Like that's just the idea of being human, is that trial and error. And Rick, actually, you and I were kind of talking about this as far as like your new boss, and like one thing that stood out to me about him is that he made a mistake or whatever at work. He called himself out on it, and then instead of like trying to either get over it or whatever, he made a point of teaching others, learn from that mistake. And I think that's something that you can maybe take home with you in life too, right? But like I've made, not to make this about like whatever, but like, when you screw up drinking, or you say the wrong thing, or when you're just even in a bad mood and you say the wrong thing out of emotion, like the best thing you can do is show the people that you are changing. And that doesn't always necessarily show, that's not always shown by giving an apology to them. You can change your behavior, and you can just be like, all right, that's on me, and then you can move on with life. And hopefully and they can make that decision too. You can't force people to follow you or be like, all right, yeah, I forgive you or whatever. But like that's just like what you got to do as a human. You got to move on, make yourself better, learn from it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Man, I think like my one thing that I guess I've made a conscious effort on, and this is going to sound really fucking dumb after I just talked about myself for 15 minutes straight on a podcast, where I make the outline, which to be totally transparent, I felt weird putting this on there, but I just, I thought it was kind of a cool moment to bring up. Um, and I kept it off last week because I was going to put the like meat recap on the episode, and then I'm like, nobody gives a shit about that. And then I said it anyway, but, um, I think one thing I've tried to do is be a little bit uh, a better, I guess, listener in general. That sounds really cliche, but I've tried to focus less on like when I interact with people, be it in the gym is a lot of my social time because that's where I am, but anywhere else is just trying to listen to other people's experiences and interact with them, be try to listen for the cues people will give you of like what they want to talk about, what they are
yeah,
proud of, but they don't want to say I'm proud of this, and you can gas them up for it or whatever, or maybe they have something they're worried about, and you try to pick up on the cues where they sound unsure, and you got to gas them up and be like, no, like you got it, whatever. And I've tried really hard to not go into a conversation wanting to talk about my lifts in the, if we're in the gym, not being like, well, I want to do this and I just did that. Listen to the person that like, hey man, I just want to lose 10 pounds, and go, fuck yeah, let's like, what are we doing? Like, what are you doing? Can we, like, let's go, like, I want to see you do this. So I better fucking see you do an X, Y, and Z thing. Like you said, you were going to do, I got friends that are, they're trying to lose weight, get stronger, this, that, the other thing. And, whatever. So it's just listening to those goals, or outside of the gym, maybe it's other things that you want to listen to people deal with. But it's just I'm trying to be a little bit less selfish, because I guess to vaguely be vague about it, I think one of the shittiest things about me for the last like I don't even know how long is I've been incredibly a selfish individual. Um, so yeah, I like definitely making a cognitive effort, like as a long-term thing, to try and do that, I think is huge. And I think you can extrapolate that out to whatever else, just being like, I have this personality trait, I recognize it, and maybe you just internally call yourself out on it and you try to do better. So
Yeah.
yeah. Rick, thoughts?
yeah. No, I
mean,
thought Rick
I don't know
had
what
done
else to add to
something.
that. I would.
All right. All right. We'll cut this out. Don't worry.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, gentlemen, that was that was a good way to ease back into something that I know we took a break last podcast and kind of talked about some non-heavy political. I'm sure we still got there because
We always
that's
do,
just
right?
what happens. I think, yeah, all roads lead to shit shows. So speaking of roads and shit
That's a hell
shows,
of a quote.
the first topic. The first topic of the day, Zach, that you have on here is should we platform horrible people? And just for reference, why that's a hot topic right now or something that maybe we should talk about is because Jubilee, is that what it's called? Like the thing is called Jubilee or whatever?
Yeah.
That's the show.
Yeah, but
That's the channel.
Isn't it like
Well,
what's the video series? It's like a 20 versus 1
Surrounded.
type of format. Yeah, Surrounded. Okay, yeah. I knew it had a name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so recently there was this Jesus Christ. I don't even know how to like explain it without like it's gonna sound like we're over, you know what I mean, like compensating on the
Overselling it.
fascist behalf. Yeah. But like genuinely the most horrible people to ever probably be on video in 2025 so far would be some of the ideas that these guys came with. And I'm talking about the guy that was wearing that green shirt and he goes, "You don't want to see me when I'm angry." I'm like, all right, brother.
Dude, that
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Holy
That
shit.
guy was oh
I
my
gotta stay calm for your sake. Like, calm the
Yeah.
fuck down, dude.
dude,
Fuck
that
you.
I cringed. I was
Curly-haired
not
freak.
I was not afraid of that guy in that moment, or I felt it, just my skin crawl with like this is a guy that posts pictures of like dudes from the Peaky Blinders that says some shit about like if
Yeah.
you're nice to me, I'm loyal, but otherwise look out. Like, what are you gonna do? Kiss me on the lips? Like, fuck off with it. You're not. I gotta stay calm. And I gotta stop cringing at how awful you are at intimidating me. Like,
Yeah.
Literally. It's like he
Yeah,
rehearsed
that
that,
guy
in
was
his
fucking-
head.
oh, he
And-
did. He
No.
definitely did.
The
Yeah.
thing is like the people that he surrounds himself with, that works.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
So, oh, you don't want to piss him off. Like, oh, fuck you. Piss him off.
My
See what he
my
does.
buddy's so tough. He's
Yeah,
so
he
like
shares-
big and strong and angry like the Hulk.
Yeah. Even
Only
wears
real
green
men have to tell themselves to calm down all the time and not get emotional.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like it's the cliche thing. It's always the like, oh no, man, I get mad and I just like see red, and then what? Piss yourself? You're not fighting anyone. Like you just fucking pee your pants and fart a little bit and fall over. Like you are not getting in a fist fight with anyone, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, like a Ferrari driver doesn't have to prove that their car is fast. They can just drive it and everyone knows it's fast. A lot of people that drive kind of okay cars, but they're still pretty shitty, like the Honda Accord that like buzzed me down the interstate this morning. Buddy, I know your car is slow. Stop trying to show off. I know it's slow. Don't prove to me that it's slow. And it's the same thing with this guy. Like, look, if he was a bad motherfucker, he wouldn't have had to say, I'm a bad motherfucker. You just don't.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't need to put alpha male in your fucking pronouns.
yeah, I was just gonna say his pronouns are linked to alpha male. I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna change my pronouns on LinkedIn. Alpha/male.
But yeah, no, the other guy that was on there, other than the fucking curly Q-tip,
Dork.
was Tucker Carlson Light from Timu.
Yeah,
The
he
actual
does.
fascist.
I didn't think about that, but you're absolutely right on his
Dude, he
appearance.
giggles just like Tucker Carlson, and everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Oh,
All
God,
two
yeah.
of our listeners.
All two of our listeners have seen Tucker Carlson.
Dude, that guy, I've never felt like rage, like I did when he started laughing after he said,
Oh,
"So you're a
dude.
fascist," and the guy goes, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I just wanted to fucking dude. I've never like rage quit a video before, but that did it. Like, I just fucking turned it off. I was like, this guy doesn't get my views. So even more insane. So there's that guy, and we'll talk about him for a little bit. But I just wanted to bring up the other guy in the hat that was shaking visibly when he was talking, and his hair was all fucked up. And it's like, dude, did you fucking do that? And then talk, you fucking Nazi.
Fucking Waluigi Mangione, is that the one you're talking about?
No,
with the
no, no.
mustache and like the fedora. Oh, there's a different one.
No, the guy with the fucking he had the bangs with the backwards cap on. And he told Mehdi to leave, like, you need to leave or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, it just sat down and like was immediately like, oh, you just get the fuck out or whatever. Maybe
he ended up saying that at some point.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, geez, that was
so.
I made a lot of
that
noises
guy
at once.
pissed me off a lot because I know so many people like that. I know so many people that are so like all bark, no bite, and the fact that he was fucking shaking just put a cherry on top for me. And so like I just know so many people like that. Some people, I mean, there's a story of this guy when I was at a bar and I was just hanging out with my friends, and I bought everybody shots. And right before I took mine, he put his fingers in mine and like swirled it around. He goes, "What are you going to do about it?" And I said, "Well, I mean, it's alcohol, so it's probably fine." I just drank it, and that like made him more mad because I was like, "Dude,
Power
we want to fucking make out? What are we doing?" Fucking start chickening at each other.
We fucking are fighting.
Let me know either way. Open up. All right.
But you turned a little bit New Jersey there for a second.
So there's that guy in the sandwich shirt. He sucked. But going back to the Tucker Carlson light, like Rick said, he fucking, first of all, not gonna lie, his pale skin and his haircut kind of, I was just like, Jesus Christ, is this a mirror? I'm like, oh my God. This is Bizarro
Eric. On YouTube.
Bizarro Eric.
Oh no.
I know. Imagine how I feel. I get to think I look like that fucking guy filling out of the fucking chair. That guy, whether he had a job or not, but allegedly he lost his job due to that engagement with what is his name, Mehdi?
Yeah,
Mehdi Hassan.
Mehdi Hassan.
And he went on Go Fund Me or whatever the fuck it is. Go fuck yourself. And he wanted to raise $15,000, and he ended up raising, the last time I checked, which was like the next like couple hours after he posted it, was $26,000, and that scared me. And I think we all kind of talked about it a little bit in the chat, but that scared me a little bit because I see that, and I see the overwhelming support for people just like him. Even though people are posting anonymously, it's such a fucking, just like, dude, you don't even realize how ridiculous it looks, but it's so unnerving to see that support for somebody who's so shitty, who's just got these weird, almost like just primitive ideals about the way humans should interact with one another. And if you're not white, you're not right type thing. It's just, it blows my mind. The fact that Mehdi brought up something like, you know, what kind of leader do you want? And he goes, an autocrat, right? Or something like that. And he goes, okay, what happens when they want to kill your family? And the guy goes, well, he won't kill mine. It's like, all right, so you already lost this argument because you just don't understand it. You just don't understand it. It's beyond you. It's beyond just being white and fucking a male at this point.
Yeah, because the people that got into power like that way have never gone against their supporters and ended up killing at least some of them. Right? That's never happened, you fucking ignorant, stupid bastard. You know? No shit. And the other thing, like short-sighted.
Yeah.
It is. It's incredibly short-sighted. And again, what happens when the next leader gets in and you don't like what they're doing? You can't do anything about it, you stupid bastard. You just gave them all the power forever. You can't, like, you have to literally fight a war to get that power back. That's what happened at the start of this country.
Yeah.
And also the fact that you are literally, you claim you lost your fucking job, which may or may not be bullshit, but you're literally depending on handouts now from people so you can continue to live. And the fact that you can't see the irony in that is fucking outrageous. And nobody should ever listen to you talk again.
Hopefully they don't have to. Well, dude, so like, it's interesting. I saw someone who did a kind of video breakdown on like just this guy, like just that piece of the video. And that dude posted that he had lost his job in January.
Yeah.
So he might have not had a job. So again, it like you said, it is potentially debatable that he lost his job because he may not have even fucking had one and just capitalized on this. But
Wait, are you saying a guy on the right is grifting? No.
I would I'm not saying that. I would never accuse them of doing that. But I like this is what kind of prompted. So I've had this argument before. I'm sure I brought it up here. Like, and the best example I have is Alex Jones going on Joe Rogan. And this is why I think platforming these people is shitty. Now, I've seen the argument of the other side where, people need to see these horrible arguments for what they are. They're horrible, blah, blah, blah. I disagree with that because I think that when you let someone go on a YouTube video that's going to be seen by tens of millions of people, say, I'm a fascist, and you have someone with intelligence surrounded by a bunch of knuckle dragging fucking rock munchers trying to argue with him and talking over him, they're going to think that that's smart because there's people out there that think Jordan Peterson is smart for going, what do you mean by fucking 19 fucking times? And then going like, well, you don't know anything. You're in college. And then he walks away and cries. And people think he's a fucking genius. Right. And so with like this guy, I mean, we saw, and that's a shitty person not getting platform, but we see people raising money off of this, I guess, more often. Right. There was the lady in Rochester who just screamed slurs at a kid and raised like $400,000 saying, my family's not safe. I need to relocate. Are they not safe? Are they not safe because you're screaming racial slurs at them?
Right.
So I think if there's money to be made off of this, they're trying to capitalize on it. And then I think also it legitimizes the ideas, like when they're featured, like this.
Yeah, it brings them from the fray and gives them a stage to perform on, and it gives them the veneer of looking as credible as the sane person.
Yeah,
and that's not good because you got a bunch of people who are like, that sounds good to me, and they just don't think about, again, the fact that once you give somebody all the power, that then they have all the power and you can't just take it back.
Yeah. Literally, Mehdi asked him, so you give all the power, and he goes, yeah, whatever, the guy kept saying like, to be, what do you say? To be frank or something like that, or some stupid.
Quite frankly.
Yeah. Just out of place too. Just terrible. But, this fucking guy, and then Mehdi goes, well, what if a Democrat takes office? Can they do the same thing? He goes, well, absolutely not. It's like, all right. Yeah. Do you see what you fucking...
You're right there, man. You're right there.
It just is fucking absolutely not. He's just ready to fucking go, dude. Like I said, I never rage quit a fucking video before in my life before this guy. And I'm just like, oh my God, there's so much fucking forehead on screen right now. I can't wear this. I don't know what to do. Advertise here.
Got a 5 head.
Yeah.
There's too much forehead. It's too much forehead on my screen.
Yeah, but again, he's right there at the answer as to why his autocracy is a bad idea. Because again, Democrats can't do that. Absolutely not. They don't agree with me. It's like, but what happens if the guy's son, say it's like a fucking kingdom or whatever, where their offspring inherits the throne or whatever, and the son is a fucking socialist? Not likely, but let's say he is, for argument's sake, like Ben Shapiro likes to do.
For argument's sake,
exactly. Yeah, you got me.
They showed me their feet.
Feetocracy.
So
correct.
So let's or any policy that you happen to not like, or let's say he doesn't, just for instance, doesn't like your forehead, and he just decides to fucking kill you for no other reason than your forehead's too big. What are you going to do? Stop him?
I'm just going to think a lot.
They just march him in. They march him in, and like some Lord Farquaad motherfucker is just sitting on the throne. and someone points to his forehead. Like one of the helpers points to his forehead and the fucking Lord Farquaad motherfucker does the Roman like the thing in Gladiator where he just gives him the thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
And just blow his fucking brains out.
Yeah.
No
But again,
forehead
that's
like this in the kingdom.
Yeah, but that's all it would take. You know, he just doesn't like your stupid fucking Tucker Carlson laugh.
I don't.
That's all. He could kill you then because we don't live in a democracy anymore. You don't have rights anymore. You stupid fuck.
Yeah.
I think that in America we need to make fascists eat their teeth again. Like nobody should be able to say to you, "I'm a fascist," without you going, "Oh, okay," and just giving them summer teeth, because that's what I thought we built here. Like that's what I thought we were doing here. Was someone says, "I'm a fascist," and you go, "Oh, okay," bite the curb. Like that's what I thought we were doing, but I guess not.
Well, so, and that's the whole, I think that's just something that we've been fucking driving home for months now, is that the idea of these people are so comfortable coming out and just saying this shit when years ago, or like just a fucking couple months ago, you couldn't say you were a fascist. You couldn't say, let's take back the word Nazi. It's like, you cannot be fucking serious right now. I mean, my God, the only part that I paid attention to in history class was probably World War II because of the guns and everything. Like that's like the the straight pipeline to fucking being on the right.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, but you kind of got to pull yourself out of that, 7th, 8th grade when you're learning and all that. And I get the Native American chapter wasn't that great either, but we weren't that great to them. Learn something from it. All right, move on. World War II is next. Hey guys, this one guy led a bunch of people this fucking direction based on fucking, gender ideology and fucking religion and things like that. Like, learn from it, pull away from it. I get it. They all looked good in their uniforms and it was all tight and they were all marching, and meth isn't that bad of a drug. But guess what? It will sneak up on you. You will have one testicle, you Napoleon fucking person. I don't understand it. Why are these people so goddamn comfortable still? And Trump's not even that. He's not even that great of a fascist leader. He's fucking lazy. He's just like, fucking, I'm racist.
Dude.
And everybody's like, yeah, fucking lion picture.
It's about time.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking, I'm racist.
I don't know. Is that what the less educated kids are saying these days? Is they're just racist? What is that? Racist is a word that I came up with, by the way. It means, what does it mean? I'm uneducated. I don't know. So
they don't want to say the N-word, but I do.
Yeah. I don't know. Forgive me for that rant, but my God, I'm just so tired of seeing it. And then the people that be like, well, I voted for him because, well, he ain't bought.
Yeah.
And I'm not fucking cranking hog every other day. All right. Yeah. Believe what you want to believe, brother. I knew it.
No, dude. I tell you what, if someone calls me a Nazi, I'm going to fight them. These hands are buy one, get one for anyone that fucking calls me a Nazi, like that dude in Fox News suggest. Not to me. You're not calling me a Nazi. I know I'm bald and whatever, like, but we're not doing that here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the wrong answer. And dude, speaking of that, this guy could not wait to call himself a Nazi. To the point where he wasn't even, he kind of jumped the gun. He said, I don't care if people call me Nazi. And Manny's just like, I didn't.
Yeah.
Do you agree with them?
I
don't care.
Call me one. Do it. Dude, come on. I'm rock hard right now.
Your boner's showing, man.
He did kind of slip on that. Yeah. I don't care if you call me a guy that likes fucking butt sex, but I'm not gay, dude. Don't ever call me that. Dude, you just did it. Nobody said, I said hi.
It's that scene. There's a scene in like Law and Order or something where Ice-T is talking to some dude. This guy's like, I just have sex with men, but I ain't gay. And Ice-T just goes like, hey, I got news for you. That's gay.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's that same shit.
Yeah, man. But no, he couldn't wait. God, he couldn't wait. And that again, that kind of gives it away, It's like you can't reason with these people at that point. Like he's
Nope.
unreasonable.
If there's ever a gray area, okay, if you are listening to this and by some happenstance you might be on the right and you're just thinking to yourself, Jesus Christ, if there's ever a gray area between you being like who you are and like what you believe in and being a Nazi, and there's a gray area there, and you kind of gotta like, I don't know, if you gotta think about it, you're already too far. You're already fucking pretty goddamn close. So I would say maybe just pick up a book. I don't know, read about it a little bit more, pull yourself out of that fucking fire if you can at this point. But ultimately, the biggest question that we wanted to kind of bring up today was, should they platform them? And like you guys said, my thought on that is no. We should put a fucking end to this.
So,
because they're not
Strong agree.
Real quick though, they're not who they said they were for that debate. Like I think Maddie said it a couple times. He's like, I thought I was dating a bunch of far right people, and you guys are saying you're fascist. Like, this isn't what this show is supposed to be about. And then they're just like, you know, so.
So
Yep.
I'm gonna
direct quote.
I'm going to slightly agree with you guys on the they shouldn't platform them, but also like at this point it's not fringe anymore, and so like I'm of two minds of it now, because on the one hand, yes, I agree, but on the other hand, if enough people are starting to back this, where they elect a fucking rapist felon that also wants to be a fascist and opines about how all these fucking other people like Xi Jinping and trenchcoat basketball guy, North Korea, they're the strong leaders or whatever, and he wants to be like them, then that's kind of normalized it already. And so I also think that maybe platforming them just to demolish the fucking ideas and show how batshit crazy they are. Because again, North Korea isn't winning any fucking anything. When it's nighttime, go look at satellite images of that country. It's fucking dark. They don't have shit. Okay, we don't want to be like them. That's a bad idea. Well, I can't believe I have to tell that to people.
But then I gotta like kind of ask too, like if you have that kind of conversation with people, or if you give these people, there's that fucking that group of people that'll look at that, like you guys said, and look at that as like a legitimate argument or case, and it's just too risky. Like you can try to put holes in all their arguments, and for a matter of fact, I think it was done pretty well on that Jubilee thing. But like everybody's gonna look at that and be like, dude, I agree with the guy in the white skin.
Yeah, exactly.
Waluigi has a point.
And
the Iranian immigrant had a point.
But that's what I was going to say too. Like these guys that are like not white came up to that same thing, and Mehdi goes, "You're not in that guy's plan." And this guy, the guy, and then they just kind of were like,
I'm not here to talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm here to talk to you. It's like, but they want to fucking kick you out too. You're not, it doesn't matter how much you act like them. You'll never be one of them because they hate people like you because your skin color is different. Jesus Christ.
Literally.
It's rough. I think it's a bad idea. I think America was great when Nazis crawled in their little fucking rat fuck holes and fucked each other until their child's fucking eyes touched and shit, and they were all rubbing the same fucking chromosomes together. That's when America was great. When the comic books had Superman punching Nazis and Captain America beating the shit out of Nazis, and it wasn't called woke by fucking Ben Shapiro. Yeah. That's when America was fucking great, right? Like, and now we're not doing that. Now Fox News is saying, call me a Nazi. Right?
Yeah.
It's one of the most insane things I've ever fucking heard. So I think it's a horrible idea because now it is mainstream. And if they crawl back in their fucking rat hole, the ideas will go away, or at least we will encourage people to keep those little thoughts inside their fucking little dustbin of a fucking brain. That's what I think it has to be, and that's where if someone says something like that to you, you promptly stop what you're doing and tell them to shut the fuck up and never say that shit again.
Yeah.
That's, for starters. You
And
know,
call your
you
friends
got to
out, by
push
the way.
back. Yeah, call your friends, dude. Friends, family, all of it. You got to call them out. You got to make them realize that this is a horrible idea. Laugh at their ideas, like whatever it takes to hurt their feelings about these ideologies. We got to
Yeah.
stuff them back in the fucking dumpster.
I think this kind of segues nicely into our next topic a little bit, if I do say so myself. Because
Yeah, Eric, you
I
want to
will
rip
say,
the fucking handbrake on this one?
Well, it sounded like Rick might have had a good dovetail, but
yeah, I was trying to. All right,
guess what?
Make it clean. That's
I was
not how
coming
this
in for a nice
podcast
soft
goes.
landing, and then Zach just pulls the yoke,
Nope.
and we crash.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. That's not what this podcast is, Rick. Clean segues.
Co-pilot.
Yeah, yeah, straight down.
Speaking of islands,
No. What I wanted to say. I'm going to try and salvage this. What I wanted to say was a lot of people on the right, in my anecdotal experience, have gotten really quiet about their snarky posts online and any comments they make to me because of all the Epstein shit.
yeah.
And it's getting really fucking hard for them to be like, yeah, I still support Trump, because Trump is just like, it's so obvious now, man. Come on. It's
He wants
so
to put
fucking
Beyonce
obvious.
in jail.
Yeah.
Well,
He's just calling anyone out.
And like Eric said, Trump's too goddamn lazy to even come up with a half-assed excuse. He's just like, no, Obama did it. Fucking
here's a
Obama.
picture of him and Anthony Bourdain. Isn't that Epstein? I mean, I don't have my glasses, but it looks like him. But I just so to start with this kind of thing is like, yeah, they're getting quiet about it, or there's that other subsection of people that are kind of like thinking, well, dude, if he's not on there, like let's say Obama's on there, what are you gonna do? It's like, all right, he goes to jail then.
yeah.
Guess what? That's what happens when you're a fucking pedophile. What else? What else you got in there? Oh, what if it's fucking your favorite person? Guess they're going to jail, man.
Yeah.
Like that's the way it works, because you can't admit that your favorite person, Donald Trump, is on that fucking list. And the fact that his goddamn people, his Bondi or Bondo, whatever the fuck is going on there, said to him that, hey, your name's on here a couple times. What do you want to do? Because we can't just like do that. You know what I mean? And he basically just said bury it. And the fact that there's a this rumor of Ghislaine Maxwell potentially getting a pardon from Trump, and he goes, well, I haven't considered that. It's like, dude, you can't even at this point, because that just shows the American people that she's getting this quid pro quo. She's going to keep quiet about it. The list is going to get buried. You're going to pardon him. Everything's going to be fine, like it never fucking happened.
Yeah.
Where are we as a fucking conspiracy theory group? Because guess what? I think I'm pretty far in the goddamn rabbit hole, and nobody's here with me. I fucking came out ready to rock.
The thing is it's not a rabbit hole. It's a fucking crater.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's been blown. We know Trump hung out with Epstein. We just know that now. That's not up for debate.
No,
And
they're just in a bunch of pictures together, dude. It's different.
Yeah. And he wrote him a fucking birthday card. But no, like, the thing is like these assholes will come up to us and say, what about it? What about if so-and-so is on the list? It doesn't matter. Throw them in jail. If they're guilty of it, throw them in jail. What will you do if Trump is on the list? No, it's a hoax.
Yeah. Literally.
Fake news.
He's not. He's the best person. You are.
He actually went there undercover as Donald Trump. I mean,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, man.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get how, like, and there's no way that Trump doesn't, like, he's an assailant. Like, he's just a sexual assailant. Like, there's video clips of him talking about fucking married women. There's clips of him talking about whether his 1-year-old daughter's legs are going to be nice when she grows up. Like, many times where he jokes about fucking his daughter. When are we going to admit that he's a creepy fuck? Like, when are we doing that?
And the credible accusations of the women and girls on associated with Epstein that said Trump did this.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So again, this isn't a secret, guys. It hasn't been. What are we doing?
Dude, I just think next time I'm gonna get in trouble, I'm just gonna start trying to like list all the celebrities and say like I'm going to put Beyonce in jail. Like, because that's what he's doing is he keeps trying to deflect, and every time it doesn't work, he tries to deflect again. And I don't know
Yeah.
how people don't see this as deflecting. Because the second this started hitting the fan and everyone goes, "Where are the files?" All of a sudden it's I'm going to put Obama in jail for something I just made up now, just right now. Oh, where are the Epstein files? Beyonce needs to be sued. It's like, what the? How is this not just deflecting over and over and over? Why is the president getting involved in the name of the Washington Commanders? Hey, where's the Epstein list? The Commanders should be the Redskins again. That's not what I asked.
I have spoken.
Yeah. I have spoken. Make the names racist again. Make it the Atlanta N-words. I am renaming all of the NFL teams. We will be the Minnesota Skinheads.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. It's crazy, and it's the exact same way any one of his supporters argue back. It's like, hey, I got you on this point. Well, it's all rigged anyway, so why are we even talking? You know what I mean? Let's just go back to not talking about how wrong I am. Dude, fuck you. No, I'm not. No, I'm not letting this go. You're wrong. Done. Google it. The moon is not fucking cheese. You stupid fuck. I'm tired of fucking giving these people goddamn any breath of an argument. No, you're wrong. You've been wrong.
What
You're
are we talking about? How wrong I am?
Let's go back to when we shut up about it.
Yeah. Hey, all right. I guess if we know, but that's the thing, dude. It's like usually, like when you're in that kind of army, you kind of just shut down with him. You're like, all right, well, I can tell I'm not doing this. But I'm fucking at this point where I'm like, no, dude, I'm gonna fucking grab your dick and twist it. Like I'm not done yet, dude.
The old dick twist.
Like you may not be into it, but it's happening.
Non-consensually, much like Trump did on the fucking island.
Yeah.
Seems like you guys are into that, all you Trump supporters. So
dude, it was funny. We were making jokes about it in an iRacing lobby. Like this shit is everywhere, dude. It's everywhere. I don't know. I a while ago, and I told you guys about this, went to fact check a Trump post on Truth Social. So I have a Truth Social account, and I repeatedly think about like, should I just go on there every day? Or I've also thought about going to like every one of Trump's posts and just start saying Epstein files until I get fucking banned. I've done stuff like that on people's Facebook pages before. I scroll back like 10 fucking years and like everything they've ever posted to be an asshole. So I can just do that to Trump, but just Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files. And dude, he has like probably 1 billion posts on there in the 4 years it's been around or whatever, because that's what he does. He just like shits his brains out and posts on Truth Social.
You should set up
poorly.
You should set up a bunch of accounts and have like set up an algorithm or a program that'll do that.
Oh my god!
And just like have 100 of them and just keep doing like just shit posting him all the time on all of his fucking posts.
Dude,
Epstein.
I have the tools. I actually have the tools to do. I did it to the Heritage Foundation or whatever. I fucking autofilled a bunch of bullshit fucking surveys when they did that. I did a shitload of them. I just fucking let that fucker buck. I should. That would be kind of fun. And then I'll just put the code online and be like, hey, anyone, please just here's how you use it. Let her go.
Yeah, well,
awesome.
We wouldn't have to worry about his supporters doing that and like having an opposite effect because they'll be like, insert joke here. Anything works at this point. But all right, fellas. Well, I'll tell you what. Trump's in the Epstein files. He's in the list that doesn't exist, but he keeps referencing that other people are on. It's kind of ironic.
It's also a hoax the Democrats made up.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
But
Obama wrote it, but it's not real.
If I did it, but I actually did. He's got 2 books out now. That's Trump. He's like the worst OJ, and he's white. All right. All right, fellas. Well, I tell you what, we'll end on that one. Thank you all for listening so much. Like, rate, subscribe. If you don't like it anyway, because guess what? We're not going anywhere. Yep. So
We're going to stay right here, and we're going to kiss you on the mouth. I
might not even end it. This might just be a forever podcast. So,
questions, comments, or death threats, email us.
Yeah. Or feet
at the Whitest Pod, something like that. Does anybody have the real name again?
The Whitest Pod, the Whitest Noise Pod at gmail.com.
There we go.
Yeah.
I should have made something easier to remember.
I mean,
make another one.
Email's hard, dude. What do you call it? I'm still using my email from high school, and it's cringy as shit. And it's just, it's bad.
Same.
But what do you do?
Make another one? Fuck that.
Yeah. It's fucking hard. We're not doing that here. Send us hate mail.
Dude, my Bang Bros only knows one account. All right. We'll see you guys later.
Find us on Pornhub.
Carlos Spicy Wiener. All right.